I'm Rolando Quiros, aka Buddha. I'm a sales professional. Actually was a bartender for a long time as well. Hobbies, martial arts is definitely one of them. I've studied Kali, Jeet Kune Do, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I like lifting weights. I like going into the gym and kind of zoning out.
After a workout session, Rolando's life suddenly changed.
When I was training one time, I just felt a slight twinge in my back. It caused concern because then it started radiating down the back of my leg, and progressively it got worse and worse and worse. And it was definitely like a burning, radiating pain down the back of my hamstring is where I felt it the most. It progressively got worse with time and just started keep creeping down my leg, and then literally wrapped around the front of my knee, down the front of my shin, and then up into my foot, which was, I walked with a pretty bad limp for I want to say 5-6 months. I was in a lot of pain. Even sitting down for long periods of time was painful. So trying to work was definitely difficult. Couldn't focus because of the pain. Couldn't work out because, the pain was just too much. So just pretty much put my life on hold.
He tried conservative treatments, but nothing provided him with more than temporary relief.
I've done a couple of things like, chiropractic care. Actually, I had something called an MUA done, which is a manipulation under anesthesia. And that actually did really well for about a year. But then the pain started coming back and just progressively got worse.
Realizing he needed to do more to resolve his pain, he underwent surgery at another facility, only to have the pain return a short time later.
I went in. They did the MRIs, they did everything, seemed like they knew what they were doing. And so I had the first initial surgery, and that alleviated a lot of the pain. And so slowly started getting back into working out, and then the pain just got progressively worse again and just came back. I could barely walk. I had a really bad limp, and when it got to the point where it went down the front of my shin and up into my foot and caused that much pain is when I kind of knew that I had to look at a different alternative or maybe a different clinic.
That's when a friend suggested that he should reach out to the Bonati Spine Institute.
He was here in Tampa Bay, so I literally reached out and set an appointment, and I went to the clinic, and very welcoming. Those guys were awesome. I had MRIs on CD, so I took those to him. But even before he even looked at them, he had me walk around the office and had me sit down and said, I'm gonna say some things to you, and don't answer me until I'm done. And basically he's like, this is happening, this is what you feel, and everything he said was spot on. And it's like, look, you have an issue that is gonna require this. The fact that he was the only doctor, because there was 2 other doctors I saw before I saw him. So he was like my third opinion. This is the guy I need to go to. This is the guy that's going to get it done and get me fixed. And again, I'm so happy that I did, and it's probably the best decision I ever made.
Rolando underwent the targeted Bonati spine procedures 9 years ago.
It was a little nerve-wracking, but they made me feel comfortable. They made me feel everything was going to be fine. And then, actually being able to participate in the surgery itself and be able to identify where the pain was different. And, it was easy. It was very easy. It made it really comfortable for them and for me. It was definitely a different experience for sure. And the fact that I could participate and be like, yeah, that's where the pain is. And then just to feel them cut that out and just an instant relief was amazing.
After his procedures, Rolando was told he needed to walk to aid his body in recovering.
I didn't need any braces, didn't need any canes, nothing like that. The physical therapy was just make sure you're walking at least every couple hours. So I would literally walk around my block 3 or 4 times.
Now, nearly a decade after his exclusive Bonati spine procedures, Rolando is still lifting weights, practicing martial arts, and enjoying everyday life pain-free.
Feel great, feel good. I can walk, I could dance. I work out 5-6 days a week. I would recommend Bonati Spine Institute. Absolutely. Without any hesitation.
Left uppercut, good. 1, 2, ha! That's it.
To see more stories of recovery just like this, search for the Bonati Spine Institute on YouTube, Rumble, Apple's App Store, Google's Play Store, Roku, and Amazon's Fire TV.